All right. I think we are live and ready to go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the live stream where we first review the watch list and we trade the market open every day. Hope you guys had a really good weekend, relaxing, it was healthy, your hands are washed, and you guys are ready because today is Monday. It's the 23rd of March and it's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another 15 minutes till the market opens at 9:30. We'll wrap this stream up usually within 90 minutes, so around 10:30 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Video description below, got a bunch of FAQs there. Let's get to the watch list. And good morning, Paul, Danny, Keith. Good to have you guys here. Woo, back at it. First thing on a Monday. Satoshi, good morning, good morning. Yeah, so this morning I ran the scanner. It wasn't too bad. I mean, we had like, what was it, 30 something? Let's quickly check it out. Oh God, I just realized I'm in the screen again. Happens to me sometimes. Apologize. Let's freaking hope that there's not a lot of lag today. It's been a little heavy in these last few days, and there's not a lot I can do about it. It's a little bit out of my hands. Right now we got 44 stocks on the scanner. To be honest, I was a little bit undecided. I really miss these days. We used to have such nice, clear 1 to 2 lead gappers. I gotta say today, we had a lot of bounce plays. We just have a lot of chop out there, a lot of former runners. I was able to identify maybe MEDS and BHAT as our lead gappers. So let's go ahead and look at that. The problem is MEDS didn't even have news and BHAT has its own questionable stuff. But let's go through them now. Just took off HOTH from Keith. I'll definitely check that one out. AYTU, former runner. We'll probably look at that one as well. I want to be careful with these former runners, especially, things like APRN that, are on their 3rd, 4th, 5th green day and then get totally smashed. And I think you guys all probably much have a good understanding of why I'm looking out for the stocks like that, because you could get on the wrong side of a trade very, very easily. I'm still going to be trading more cautious. I'm not probably going to be getting too aggressive on gap and goes. I'm probably not going to be trading breakouts. I might, but we're not out of the woods yet. And when the market is as crazy as it has been, breakouts and all that stuff has been very, very hard to trade. I've noticed that trading dips and pullbacks is just much better risk reward at the moment. So SPY had a nice little pullback here. We were really selling off in the morning. We were down -5% on the SPY, which usually predicts the way the SPX is going to open. So right now it looks like we might open maybe even green, definitely neutral, but I don't know, give or take, could be a little, 1.1, 0.2% green. So that's kind of good news. Let's see what happens here. AYT, okay, I'll definitely be checking out AYT. You guys seem pretty hot on it. It was, I think AYTU, was it on our scanner? I don't know. We'll check it out. Okay, so very quickly, let's just go through it. We got plenty of time here. Started right on time today, so that's really nice. I feel refreshed. 100% gapper on MEDS, kind of pulling back a little bit here and below VWAP. Those are not really something I like to see, and it's below 30% on VWAP on MEDS. So not really too great, but the float is that $7.8 million. Actually, the shares outstanding are 7.4 million. I'm not totally sure what the float is. For some reason, MEDS is not on FinViz. So that's a little bit weird. 46 million market cap. It was traded pretty nicely the day before. So on Friday, 70% move here. I don't like the fact that it's not on FinViz, but it is breaking out higher. Just quickly going back here, we hit a high of 12.8. So we're back above this big time support. And, as we're kind of pulling back into this support area, I think this could be a pretty good, maybe red to green move in the morning. So MEDS, I'm definitely looking at it. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a catalyst. So a little bit nervous on that. It is kind of in the pharmaceutical, business to business, drug supply sphere. So it could be a coronavirus kind of sympathy play. I'm not totally sure why it's moving up so much. So that's a little putting me on edge, but I think MEDS could be a good dip buy. I might even put a limit order here pre-market and wait for any sort of dip buy. Not my favorite way to trade, but if I reduce my position sizes, it has seemed to work pretty well in the last few weeks. So I don't know, I might go ahead and do that. But again, MEDS, it's the first one I'm kind of looking at out of the gates. BHAT gapping up 60%. Shares outstanding look high, about 35 million, but the float is actually 10.8 million. So exactly in our our range that we're looking for. They're up on financial news, good earnings, good Q4. It's a Chinese AR educational entertainment company. They have like toys and what's it, like educational material. What was that? I was reading something about them today. They came out with they had some dinosaur AR that really helped a lot of people get into some museums and some interesting stuff. So it's interesting little Chinese multimedia company. I kind of find it kind of cool because all we've been trading, I feel like, in the last while has been biotechs and like food delivery companies. So it's kind of interesting to see something else on here. Satoshi, SPY moving on government news of mortgage buyback program. Always good to have macro news like that out there, so I appreciate it. Always drop news in the chat room, guys. Sometimes I overlook news, so I definitely appreciate it. Shafi with WTRH, I saw that one as well. It was on our list. Although it was a former runner, and sometimes these former runners I don't get as aggressive on, but they can be phenomenal bounce trades, especially because their support and resistance is already kind of mapped out. AYTU, I was like, what did I just spell wrong? Here we go. AYTU definitely ripping. Nice little move here. This one's going to have a lot of interest. So between MEDS and BHAT, you know, both of them, they're not like blow away lead gappers. So I'm a little bit nervous that they're not going to be trading too much out of the gates. And that's kind of my biggest concern about them. AYTU, we've traded this one in the past several times. So big support here at $1 and then 1.2 again, 1.25. Let's see where we are right now. All the way at 1.9, big time resistance at $2. You can see we've had a close there and we had an open there at the bodies. So clear support and resistance. Those whole dollar areas usually are. This one could be really good out of the gate opening up. Float is a little bit high, 56 million float. That's kind of on the high side. Former runner, but we are breaking out of a consolidation move, which is definitely good news. Makes me want to maybe get a little bit more aggressive on this one. 47% up. Market cap, 90 million, kind of high. Here we go. FDA, 40%, but they have, so FDA, allowing for companies' distribution of its 2 to 10 minute coronavirus rapid test. That's good news. That's definitely good news for them. Corona is a huge catalyst for all of these biotechs. So anytime we see news like that, could be really nice. Percentage-wise, I like the way this moves. I mean, 14% isn't super much, but with a decent entry and a decent exit, you know, this could be pretty profitable. Again, I probably would rather look for bigger support. This might have a little bit of a morning panic. $2 is going to be a lot of people trying to close out, maybe take some profits. Let's see how it holds up. This could be a really interesting open on AYTU. Volume's kind of just getting started. That's nice too. It has been kind of trading a lot, but here in the morning it wasn't super thick traded, so that's a good sign. Really bad stream buffering. I'm hearing from Danny and Keith. Let me quickly see if I can. Apologize for that. Why has it been so bad lately? We were on a really good streak for like a month and a half or 2 months. We had no issues. And then, I don't know, it might have something to do with all this home office going on around us. Stream is healthy, error, not receiving. I'm getting excellent connection again. I apologize, guys, for that. I might have to get on a call again with my provider and complain a little bit more. I don't think it's my computer because we've been having really good weeks and months, and it's kind of just started happening again. I don't have anything extra open either that I can close. Anestis, I think 1.6 is a good entry. I think any entry above 1.5 and below 1.6 could be a great support zone. I don't know if we're going to get down there, but it could be. So let's definitely keep an eye out for it. Go ahead and mark this. BLPH is absolutely sold off. These guys didn't really stick around much. Like I say, a lot of these moves are just, you know, 1 day movers. Some big support we could see at $10, so I might mark this area. But I don't think we're going to be trading BLPH. It was hard to trade on Friday, and I think I've kind of learned that I probably don't want to be trading it. I did actually trade, I'll show you guys for this for a second, just for the record. I traded space, and I traded it very differently than I usually trade. I was waiting for this thing to have a new high breakout. It didn't happen, and I was dip buying it on the way down. Since it's a larger cap, I felt fine with slow dip buying. I wanted to build up a full position size. My best entry though was on the first dip, and I was up like 4% here. I was about to close my position, but I was waiting for that reversal. It didn't happen. I averaged it again here, and I averaged it again here, and I almost closed the position here. I was like, finger was on the sell button. I was like, I'm going past my max stop loss in a second here. So if we do, I'm gonna get out. Then we had this nice bounce to the upside, and I was like, ooh, this is looking good. And then I sold after VWAP again rejected our high. I was waiting for a break at VWAP, but we never got it. So small trade here, I made like 1.2%. It was, I want to mention every trade, but you know, it's a bit different. It's hard to learn from that one, but yeah, I should have just closed my trade with that first bounce. Let's go back to these small caps, see what else is going on here. HOTH, Satoshi again. Yeah, thanks for that one. I really hope that the stream buffering stops. I apologize for that, guys. HOTH. We got another 2 more minutes till the market opens, so we got a little bit of time here. No need to rush into anything, but I'm gonna have to start looking for which stock I want to be watching out of the gate. That's always the most important part. HOTH. Very interesting. 10 million market float. That's good. Or shares outstanding. 27 million market cap. Bunch of news. Self-assembling vaccine for potential treatment. Okay, that's definitely a good catalyst. 160% gap up. Nice call, guys. Nice call. All right, I'm going to be trading with about $1,100 position sizes. Just, you know, I'm going to reduce my position size a little bit again today. Ideally do 3 trades. If I do 2 trades, then I would want to get a bit more aggressive with my position size. So let's see what happens. No need to rush into anything. On HOTH, we have not traded this one yet. Could be a really interesting play. 3.4, some resistance. Some resistance here at $4, and then again here at $5, some interesting resistance. Right now, we're kind of pulling back to that $5 area. So this could be, I think 5.5 could be a really good entry on it. High of 780, interesting. That's right around here where we've had these tops before. So we'll keep an eye out for that. And then we've had some big moves here at 10 and then all the way to 13. Just gonna keep those areas in mind. So yeah, HOTH out of the gate and AYTU seem to be much more interesting. I'll keep an eye out on BHAT as well. Here we go, guys. Market's about to open, so good luck, everyone. And we'll kind of rendezvous in a little bit. So far, BHAT is not really looking too interesting. HOTH, keep an eye out on this one. All right, guys, good luck. pulling right away up to $6. Let's see if we get a little bit more of a panic on this one. Remember, it's already up a lot. You can see here on the daily chart that we've kind of flew a little bit. We had the 180 moving average below us near $5. That could be really big time support. It's going to give it a little bit longer. I'm not totally comfortable with any specific lead gapper, so let's kind of just see what happens. AYTU, some of the biggest dollar volume and percentage gains on the day, so definitely going to have a lot of attention on it. BLPH is below 1479. Whoop. Nice move there with AYTU. Really, really good call, guys. I like this bounce we had on this support level pre-market at 175. Buying that pre-market might have been actually a really, really good idea. Typically, we don't do it, but sometimes I say I want to get a bit more aggressive pre-market, and there you can kind of see why. Got some really clean moves on it. So really nice open here with OHTH, 20% move right away. Nice little 1 minute pullback, try to break above VWAP. Snag meds going double digits today. I'm still keeping an eye on HOTH. Could be an interesting play. I do think $7 to $8 is just big time resistance right now, and I would probably want to see a bit bigger of a pullback first before I go aggressive on it. AYTU, let's maybe watch this one again. If we find support in this area, we could really, really launch on this one. I think AYTU has everything it needs. Shares outstanding are a little bit large on it though. The float, just keep an eye out for that. Still keeping a little bit more cautious on a trading style until we really, really see some normality come back to the markets. That's why I'm not really jumping on any opportunity, although I must say it's definitely itching a little bit because a few of these moves I definitely would have wanted to jump in on a normal day. HOTH still one of the biggest percentage gainers, has a nice amount of dollar volume as well. Pulling back a little bit here. Wouldn't mind to see it get closer to 5.5. WTRH had a pretty strong little pullback, quite a serious morning panic. Not the biggest percentage mover, which doesn't make me too excited about it. I still think HOTH is probably one of the more interesting plays right now. Looks like BHAT kind of didn't really do much out of the gate. It's kind of just sitting there down, negative 3% now. MEDS though is kind of a bit more interesting. What's up, Boy Claws? All right, HOTH back above VWAP. This could be a really solid setup here. I'm waiting for a bit more clear 5-minute setup. $6 seems to be acting as continuous support. This one wasn't traded too aggressively pre-market, so a lot of the trading volume is just coming in now for the first time. That's a really, really good sign or setup in terms of having a good secondary run here right out of the gates. I see it. Meds testing 9 from Keith. Here we go. HOTH pulling back a little bit now. This is what I've been waiting for. Something closer to 5.5. Remember, if we wanted an entry, I'd be going in with about 200 shares right now based on our ideal allocation. Where it's about to be red on the open. AYTU is pulling back, but MEDS is really breaking higher now. So yeah, MEDS found some big time support here at $8. Really, really nice. A little bit of a red to green move. That's kind of what we were expecting. And you know what? Remember I was saying I should place a limit order there pre-market, and I should have done it. So I feel like every time I say that, I should really just go for it. I've noticed that it's roughly a pretty good idea. Still making moves higher here. This is looking really strong on MEDS. It is paused, so at 42, it's going to open again. So let's keep watching HOTH till then. I'm still a little confused why MEDS is up so much. If you guys find some news about it, definitely let me know. Yeah, that's so true, Mo. The spread on HOTH is absolutely absurd. Could be worse, though. Could be worse. But as the stocks kind of move up in price, the spreads typically get larger on these small caps. Kind of a shaky open on HOTH out of the gates. This is a 16% pullback. Here we go. First dip right now. Let's kind of watch this one. Some big support at 45. Here we go. Could be a bounce here. 55. Watch this volume candle kind of piling up here. I wouldn't be surprised if we had one more bigger red volume candle. Let's just kind of watch this bounce, see how strong the bounce is. 15-minute EMA right now below. In 2 minutes, we're gonna have MEDS opening up. All right, the bounce was not too bad. That was actually a stronger bounce than I was expecting, much stronger bounce than I was expecting. 9%, that's really, really strong. We have meds opening in about a minute and 30 seconds, so I'm gonna just keep an eye on for that. Check on HOTH on the 5 minute. We have some really interesting support. Seeing if, just kind of watching the order book right now. Just want to see if I can identify a shift in momentum. Some really solid buying coming in here. I was expecting a bit more of a pullback, but to be honest, I'm not sure if we're going to get it. Still trading under VWAP and the 15-minute EMA. So right now we're still going to the downside. But I gotta say, buying volume is fairly strong. $85, $90, back above 6. That's impressive. Woo! Super nice moves here. That's 13% move. MEDS is about to open up here. Opens up higher. 1034, some resistance. Blue skies ahead if we break 10, I think. We have some highs here at 12. Well, we already broke 10, but put a limit order here where we had a nice breakout. I don't think we're going to get a random entry here, but I like to kind of keep an eye on where I would like a potential entry. Right around $10 could be good, but this is below the hold area. I don't think we're going to go down there. Cool, good to have you. Heiko, good to have you on the stream. MEDS pulling back a little bit here. Looks like MEDS is about to be halted on the way down. Yep, MEDS was just halted on the way down. This is why on a day like today, I don't really want to be buying breakouts. Markets are still down about -2%, but overall looking kind of healthy. HOTH back at 5.5. Interesting day here. Yeah, Mo, crazy bad momentum, you're right. It's tough to trade this stuff. 25, finding some support here. Kind of surprised MEDS was halted on the way down. That was a really aggressive sell-off. I was not expecting that. Let's see if we break 5 here. $5.15. This could be the bounce. These bouncers are so strong. If we break 5 momentum sells, I'll probably go ahead and get aggressive on this one. I wanted HOTH to break 5 for just a little bit, see how the momentum held up, and ideally buy as we were reversing, but it looks like we aren't going to be breaking 5, at least in the short term. That was my original plan on this setup. We're about at 9:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 17 minutes since the market opened. These have been some pretty aggressive sell-offs we've been seeing. Big buyers kind of coming in here on the NASDAQ exchange. You can really see them right here, kind of really picking up. I didn't really see this amount of buyers last time. So let's see what happens. I don't really think this bounce is ready, but here we go, another dip. Or not. MEDS is going to be opening up soon. 49, 41. Just keeping an eye on that. Five is going to be retested again. Forty more seconds till MEDS opens up. I definitely want to watch that get unhalted. I still think HOTH could have a big reversal here, but it's tough to say when it's going to happen. Here we go, bouncing back up. We're over the highs of the old candles. 15-minute EMA still in there, acting as some serious resistance. Kind of trading below VWAP, not really where you want to be sending, getting aggressive. MEDS opening up. HOTH back at 5.4 and even hit 5.5. That's a big open. Just watching MEDS here. Whew, this might get halted again. Really aggressive sell-off. Whoo, nice little bounce. Huge bounce, actually. 10% in one candle. You guys probably remember me saying I don't like trading stocks that get halted on the way down. Dip buying them can be very, very tricky and can also be extremely unprofitable. That's why I removed my limit order a little bit. I would like to get aggressive on it, but it's not easy. Maybe if we pull below 8.5, doing a little double bottom trade could be an interesting move. We've pulled back quite a bit on this one. Much more buying though than selling going on. This bounce on HOTH is looking pretty healthy as well. Just kind of going. I think we're going to have a test of 5 here again. Would love to see either 5 hold or break and then really reverse and then buy into that reversal. Otherwise, I don't know. We're going to have to see how we want to trade HOTH. Right now we're at 9:52 a.m. It's not like a specific time that I really like to get aggressive. Usually I like to get aggressive more like 10:10 if we miss the market open trading phase, which we did. So we'll see what happens here. Heiko says, don't co-sell market. That can give you a bad entry. Yeah, I definitely could. I like to say join the ask. That's one of my favorite ways to exit a trade. Especially if we're currently running up a lot of strength, a lot of green buying volume. HOTH is looking really good. Curling back up here. MEDS as well. AYTU has pulled back kind of a little bit today. I'm not sure if I'm missing any other stocks. I'm going to quickly run the scanner in a little bit here, but I really like HOTH. And I feel like if we just focus on this one, we're going to be able to get a really nice trade on it. I was a little bit, I guess, too bearish on it. I was really waiting for a crack of 5, but it never happened. So let's see here. Looks like VWAP's about to break. We got to get past $6, 180 shares, 200, actually 2,000 shares, right? Big volume, big buyers just came in there. I don't know if you guys saw that orders get executed. It was a fat one. A lot of big orders just came through. Trading VWAP breakouts is really not one of my favorite things to do though. Then again, I've missed several moves today already, so let's see here. Whew, a lot of selling volume coming back here. $5.5 holding again. Volume slowing down a little bit. This could be the break of VWAP here. I think we might be seeing it slowly taking place. MEDS pulling back again. I think MEDS was just halted again. Yeah, just halted. Ah, man, MEDS is, I would love to trade it, it's just halting too much for me. Have you guys traded MEDS yet? I know, Keith, you did, right? Yeah, that's a sketchy one. So this is the time I love looking for stocks that are kind of holding their highs and they're ready to maybe curl and run to the upside hard. And I think HOTH is really one of those. So I'm going to keep a close eye on it. Definitely one of the lead gappers. All of these stocks have very low dollar volume except AYTU. It also is a bit bigger of a market cap. There's a lot of selling volume that came in here on these two candles. So I'm fine with pullbacks. Nice, yeah. That's good. Here we go, guys. HOTH looks like it's pulling above $6. This is what we were waiting for. This could be a really, really nice move. HOTH looks like it's going to break 6 here. 6.2, yep, 6.10, that was it. That's what we were waiting for. Wow, trading the breakouts today is just, to me, near impossible. Like, look, that is so choppy. I would have got shaken out. Keeping a limit order here near 5.5 where we had some big support. I don't think we're going to spike down, but I do like this general area. I like to also throw stocks up on here on the left just to remember what I want to be trading. And HOTH is looking like a nice move. Big buying volume too. Everything is looking like a really healthy breakout here. This is definitely back on the scanner for a lot of people. Big, nice 5-minute breakout. Here we go. This could be the next move here. Whew! Absolutely nice move. So far up almost 30% basically from that reversal, that bottom at $5. Should have got a little bit more aggressive there, but I was waiting for that crack of $5. And then I wanted to jump in at like 470 or something like that. 480, 493, depending on where the price slowed down. So that was a big miss on my end, but oh well. Monday, no need to get overly aggressive off the bat. Yeah, Chrome. 1.8 on AYTU. I would watch it, but I kind of like what I see right now with HOTH. We might have an entry here. Back below $6, but it came in as big support. I think MEDS got a 10-minute hold. I think it was really put into timeout, huh? Having a little bit of a pullback right now to 1.75 AYTU. This could be a really, really interesting support area. Order book is pretty evened out. Percentage-wise, AYTU is not moving that much, but still good fun to watch. HOTH, here we go. This could be the rip to the upside. I've been caught on a lot of these VWAP breakouts on the wrong side, and it's not my favorite setup. So I don't know. It's a big reason I'm not getting aggressive on HOTH. I should be a little bit more aggressive on the pullback. So far, that would have worked almost every time. So I think that's what I'm going to be waiting for. It is kind of painful to watch this thing rip because, you know, this one was totally on our watch list, and we kind of called that, you know, $5 potential entry at right above the 180-day moving average. So it's a little tough, but let's see what happens. I feel like I've been in this exact trade so many times where I would buy on one of these pullbacks. Typically the second candle is where I like to buy. And then in this area, I'll be a little bit green and I'll be like, all right, here we go, waiting for the breakout. And then we pull back and I'm like, no, you gotta be kidding me. And then I close out for my position for a small loss. I don't want that to happen again. So if we trade this, again, I'll be looking for some bigger pullbacks. Right now, it's a pretty classic little ABC, B, C, and then D, consolidate here and potential move to the upside. I think I'm going to be moving up my limit order a little closer to above 60, maybe 75s. This could be the rip to the upside. Volume picking up, looks pretty good. Markets are fairly healthy. Yeah, Mo, you're super right. It's a weird market today, and it has been a weird market. There's a good chance I'm not going to get any trades on the stream, and we're going to wrap it up. And I might not trade the rest of the day. I might look for some large caps that are pulling back. I do like those setups, just like space on Friday. But again, if we don't trade today, it's totally fine. I know it's a weird market, and I don't want to get caught on the wrong side and buy a breakout that doesn't break out. Just because I know breakouts are weak today, and traders are going to be spread thin. So I'm being extra cautious, and I missed a lot of moves because I'm extra cautious. But so far this month, it's paid off, so I don't really regret it. Big volume here, little pullback to 6.3 could be a nice entry. Big spikes here. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to get an entry just yet. Man, talk about fake out sentry on HOTH. MEDS opened up, finding some support at 8.3. AYTU at 1.86. Breakout's very, very shaky. So it's 10:07 a.m. I have no trades yet. Still waiting for maybe a bigger reversal, finding some support on a 5-minute setup. I would like to get aggressive soon here. Yeah, I feel you with meds. That one's psyching me out quite a bit. This big 10% bounce off the low already. It's a tough one. Just a bunch of really tough stocks to trade today. HOTH looks like it's trying to pull back here. I'd be a little bit nervous if I bought the breakout, because any break past 6 could give you, you could be, I don't know, 10% on the wrong side of this trade real quickly. $79, $75. So moving my limit order to 5.75 would have been a good idea, but who knows? This might just keep pulling back. It is 10:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to give this like another 20 minutes. Otherwise, I'll probably be wrapping up here. It's a tough day to trade. We didn't really have that clear lead gapper. That's what I want to be trading, so... I wouldn't be surprised in the recap video, HOTH was the one that just ripped past $7, but who knows when it's going to happen. Last time we were trading a stock and it took till like 11:30, and then a lot of times, a lot of the ones that don't rip up soon, they just start pulling back the rest of the day. So I don't know. I don't feel like, playing guessing games on when HOTH is going to rip up. I either want to trade it when it's ripping up, or I don't really want to be trading it. Maybe on this quick pullback, if we get a little pullback past 5.5, that could be really solid risk-reward trade, but let's see what happens. AYTU at 1.92. $5.8 getting chipped away. 62. 50s are probably about to be retested here. It wasn't that big or strong of a pullback. Not too many sellers here. But we got another, half a minute till this minute's over. So let's see what happens. Big buyers coming in. Just people are really liking this price territory. 71. All right, I'll check that one in a second. TVTY. What kind of catalyst does it have? Question is, are we going to retest the 50s again? Might not happen. Anything is possible. $10:15 a.m. HOTH was looking for a dip buy, ideally below 5.5. Not sure if we're going to get it. I do think this one has potential to rip back to the upside, back above VWAP. I don't really know how long it's going to take, but we've had a lot of failed spikes to the upside on MEDS. So I want to watch it a little. On why am I showing him? Okay, here we go. Might have an entry here, 56. $54 getting chipped. 50's holding pretty well. We just got an entry at 46. Went down to 43. Want to be cautious with this. $38. That was a pretty strong dip to the downside. I wasn't expecting, it was going slow. Let's keep an eye on, see what happens. I might have to get out of this position soon here. Definitely don't want to get halted in. We've had a lot of spikes to the upside. Some held, some didn't. Just want to keep an eye out for that. Selling volume is still there. Down 20 bucks on the day. 30, 31 getting chipped away. Very tough day to trade. Very, very tough day to trade. That's why I'm reducing my allocation per trade. Smaller position sizes. So it looks like we might have been right on this trade, but our timing was off. And sometimes you might be right on a trade idea, but your timing is off and you still can lose heavy on a trade. So you want to get out of those. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. Bounce is kind of weak. I don't like that. I don't like how this bounce is performing. Decent dollar volume, 22 million. Let's see if we can bounce here just a little bit more. I think I'm going to go ahead and close out this trade. I don't like the way it's bouncing. I don't really like the way it's doing much of anything. All right, I'm out of this trade. I don't know if that was a good or really bad idea. I was just kind of losing faith in this trade. I felt like there's a good chance it could pop back to the upside. We can take maybe a 2-3% profit. I also felt like this bounce was weak, and I don't like to be in trades where the bounce is weak. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get out of this trade. It's not really something I want to be looking for. So let's see. I don't know. Maybe we're going to be able to get a second entry on this one. Maybe it was the right idea, but the wrong time. So first trade is small loss, totally fine. There's nothing wrong with the loser. The key is to avoid the big losers. I felt like HOTH could give us a big loser if we kept on holding it. And the risk reward wasn't very nice anymore. You know, we held a little bit too long in this area, 8%. We had a nice bounce, and that bounce is over. We're on the backside of a move right now. Just got to watch out. Digital research to keep members socially, physically engaged in home during. Nice, nice. That's good news. TVTY. Nice. Kind of consolidating here. Solid move to the upside. Could be really interesting. Just had a huge sell-off, which is good. So nice little bottom here. Yeah, could have a great upwards move. It's going to go back to HOTH. This was a really, really tough bounce to trade. It's a little unfortunate that we didn't have that great of an entry. If we had a little bit nicer of an entry, we could have probably made 3, 4, 5, 6% on this trade very quickly. We're down about 3 cents a share on this trade. If this thing pulls back again, I already went ahead and increased my position size a little bit. So if we pull back below 5.4, something like that, I would be able to allocate a little bit more to the trade. That's why I increased the position size, but I'm not really sure if we're going to get that. Now it looks like we're pulling up. So that was it. That's what I was waiting for. That's exactly the move I was waiting for. 4%. Yeah, I don't know. It was a tough one. I don't really regret anything we did. I've been in situations like this before, and before you know it, boom, you're down, 5+%, and you just don't know. So cutting your losses is totally good. Yeah, WTRH is, it's been an extended move. It's been a former runner that's kind of just dwindling away. I don't know. I didn't really see anything super interesting with WTRH besides the fact that maybe it had clear support and resistance that could be traded between. Yeah, me too. The thing about HOTH, it's already up 100%, right? So sometimes these stocks like to really consolidate a little bit longer before they have their big move to the upside. I don't know. This is a tough one to trade. An 18% move to the downside. It's had several aggressive 15 to 18% moves to the downside. This thing could definitely break $5. I'm just waiting for it to happen. It's a little bit over fixated on my end with HOTH, MEDS. I really wanted to buy it around $8, but it was getting halted so much. It was a little difficult. Probably still should have just left my limit order. So I had my limit order at 8, something right around here, 820, 815. I don't really remember. So this would have been a phenomenal trade. I should have just left that limit order. And honestly, that first original dip here was what I was really looking for. And this rubbed 50%. So I kind of messed that one up. This was our lead gapper. This is the one I wanted to place the limit order on. I set it pre-market. I should have just done it. Yeah, so we could have made $400 on that, if we held it the whole way through. So a little disappointing. RTTR running. Hobodobo, that's a funny name. I'll have to check on this. RTTR. RTTR is also one of those classic past runners. Sometimes past runners is a real good thing. Because it has spikeability, right? Traders, it's on their watch list. It's just oftentimes if they're a little bit overextended or they're a little overplayed, people won't be as interested in them anymore, and their moves are going to be a little bit weirder. So there's good and bad to former runners. I usually like if there's a bit of time between it. I honestly think the best way to trade HOTH is really kind of letting this one do what it wants, and then maybe placing a very conservative limit order at like $4 or something like that. The chance of it getting executed though are kind of slim, but could be an interesting kind of way to approach HOTH. A lot of consolidation in this area. This is exactly the bounce I was looking for. We could have easily walked away with this with 5%. It's just so tough to trade. At first it was pulling back so slow, didn't really do much, and then all of a sudden, whack, pulled back super fast. BMRA with their $10 coronavirus test, right? This was a big runner on Thursday, I think it was. Oh yeah, really found a really solid bottom here and just absolutely rips. Good call on it for sure. I like it. Nice. First here, that's $7, big support, and then around 630. Coming to some big time resistance. Should be a good one to watch. Big moves though. I like it. I like the way it moves a lot. That's like my favorite part about it. So we only got one trade for today. Slow day for me, which is fine. You know, on Monday, I like to take things a little bit more cautious, especially, you know, if you maybe a little tired or after a long weekend or whatever, and kind of get the feel for the market. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the day, if HOTH was all the way back to where it opened up. Not even where it opened up, but where it like broke out higher. So like 3.44, even down here. I've seen this happen a lot of times where we have these nice gap ups and then the stock just sells off the rest of the day. So we might get maybe one more bounce on this one, but I'd be very, very careful just blindly holding HOTH. Guys, I might do it. I might have to put in a nice little limit order for space. Look at that, it's such an aggressive pullback. Nice little 3% pop to the upside. 10% bounce here. This could be an interesting trade today. So the market's finally consolidating a little bit. I think we might have, you know, 1, 2, 3 green days in the market after such a strong sell-off. A little bit of bouncing and consolidation is totally warranted. So I don't know when it's going to happen, but I really feel like there's a good chance that we're in the middle of it right now. Thanks, bros. I appreciate that. Why is Ava running? Which ticker are you talking about? Man, HOTH is such a snoozer. We should have really got aggressive here in the first 15 minutes, a little bit more. This bounce was quite nice. I'm a little upset I didn't trade MEDS either out of the gates. This beautiful red to green move, just totally snoozed by it. Those are the moves I'm typically looking for. I've been a little off my game with the whole everything pulling back so much and then just such vicious opens and then stocks, small caps not getting attention because everyone's trading the overall market. Heiko's still in HOTH like a sweating dog. Yeah, that does sound a little stressful. Volume really fading on this one. It's hard to say what's going to happen. I don't really like the fact that it's kind of just stuck under the 15-minute EMA. This is one of those things that really tend to worry me. We might have a little double bottom, then a spike above it, and then a retest of VWAP. I think that could be a possibility. That could be 11% move. That's very nice. Let's see what happens here. It looks like it's trying to gain some momentum. $5.4. Looks like it's cracking a little bit. 530, 525. Just getting chipped away. This lead gapper is really kind of not seeing the light of day. Ticker ATHE made no news. Oh, Heiko, what are you gonna do? This is a little poker match here. Such a shaky stock. Oh my god, HOTH is so choppy. That's such a strong bounce after it pulls back. It's kind of ridiculous. 4%. Not too big, but for the fact that the volume is really selling off, it feels like a big bounce. I don't know. That's tough. Let's see. ATHE up 163%. Not a lot of volume. So this is probably just getting artificially, I don't know, pumped. I don't know. I would stay away from this one. $400,000 traded is just not something I want to get involved with. I'm not sure what kind of news they're up on. I don't really see anything. Kind of a ferocious sell-off here. A lot of spikes that don't last. Coming up to 180-day moving average. NASDAQ stock. They probably got a letter that they need to increase their stock price. Here we go. Reports receives non-compliance notice from NASDAQ related to minimum bid price. So that's what I would watch out for. And I think they're just, who knows why their stock is going up. They're probably trying to pump some money into it just so they can get the compliance again. I mean, $400,000 is nothing, so I'd be careful. I don't even want to trade anything under $10 million typically. And you could just kind of see here, a lot of the stocks we're looking at don't have a lot of volume today. I mean, 14 million on it, on our lead gapper. That's horrible. This thing should be at 60, 100, maybe even 200. And it's, oh man, this is just not a good small cap day. So that's why I was thinking maybe I'm going to be trading SPCE later today. I've been trading it quite a bit, and I like the way it moves. I like the pullbacks it has. I don't know. This could be one I want to trade today. It's tried several times in the last 5 days or so to break above 13, and every now and then it gets it. So could be a good way to trade it. AYTU at 1.83, never really had that big breakout either. Kind of had a bit of a double top recently. Ooh, that's a tough one, but really nice move here from the top to the bottom. 20% move, so that's not bad at all. BMRA. Yeah, it's back to above the 10 for a little bit, pulling back now. Had a solid move, huh? Trading this BMRA's bounces on the backside of this run up could be an interesting way to score maybe 2-3% moves. But I don't know what else I would do with it. So this one had 2 big green days and then it died. APRN had, what was that, 4 big green days? VISL and RTTR look nice for pennies. Ricky, what are some short-term holds to buy at this time? We typically don't hold anything overnight, or at least I don't for my trading strategy. I don't know. it depends what you want to trade, why you want to trade it. Holding some large caps, honestly, in the next few days, anything that pulls back could be really nice. Like even like the airlines and stuff right now have just been sold off so much. I have some longer term positions, even with space. I think we're in a nice little dip buy bounce territory over the overall market, but small caps, you know, that's a whole different trading strategy. I don't know. Holding these overnight is a really easy way to turn into a bag holder, unless you're really disciplined with cutting your losses. I honestly thought T and XP was going to be a great overnight hold. Good thing I didn't, although it did have a spike pre-market. Here you can see that spike. This move was huge, to all the way to 139, 50% move, but then it just totally got whacked. Hasn't really been moving ever since. MBY. Pulling back. Selling off. Could see a nice little bounce here, 0.68. This was a stock we were formerly trading. Could see a really nice little, maybe 5% bounce, something that area. We need a special guest, Keith, on this show. I like it. That'd be super fun. Morning, Anthony. Good to have you join us. Although we're probably going to be wrapping up soon, but that's fine. It wasn't really a... there was a lot of opportunity, but there was not a lot of follow through, which made today kind of hard. A lot of chop, but buying the dips, like we said, would have been a good way to trade today, honestly. Could have been a profitable day. So yeah, a little limit order here could be a nice little way to trade this. I'm gonna leave this out here. We might get a nice entry. I don't know. I'm gonna remove that limit order probably within 2 to 3 hours, but for now I kind of like this potential setup. Gotta watch out because these things can sell off and they pull back to Neverland. So you really gotta watch out. HOTH, eesh. Really having some issues breaking above that 15-minute EMA, but here we go. Did you see that? 1,000, 3,000 shares now right here. Boom, see that order? 14,000 got executed. Really nice. This could be a good move here to the upside. I'm gonna actually watch this one. See if we can get an order at the 29. Wow, that was a good spike. Big move there. I was not expecting that kind of move. Trade journal, it's trade 71. I'm gonna check this one out, see what high goes up to. Really nice and surprising move from HOTH. Nice, I like how you're able to cut your losses quickly on this one. Got out on the bounce. Such a difficult trade. You got a much better entry than I did. Actually, hold on, 48, roughly the same. Here's Heiko's trade. If you guys ever want me to show you guys the trades, just send me your trade ID on Trade Journal, and I'll go ahead and show you to you. Very cool trade from Heiko on 71. Quick, but he was able to cut his losses and avoid any unnecessary downside. Oh yeah, HOTH is it's a tough one. Tradecationer. Yeah, I was pretty negative towards it, and I still think it's not going to be living up to the expectations today. Just had an entry on this one at 31. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. I'd like to see this thing start moving to the upside. I think there's gonna be maybe 1 or 2 more downwards candles. Ay, this thing is just all over the place. Really don't like how this one moves. Sketchy stock. $44, some buyers here at 44, picking up a little bit. I think there's a good chance we might see VWAP again at 5.8. I don't know if I want to risk it. I've kind of been wrong about this stock a lot. So I don't know really how I want to trade this one. Besides, buying the dips was obviously the one thing I said how I want to trade this one. All right, I closed this trade. Probably sold too soon. I was wrong about this stock a lot. I didn't really feel comfortable really holding it. Even that entry kind of got me a little shaky. But we were able to turn our red day into a green day, which isn't too bad. Again, I do kind of think, I don't know honestly what I think about HOTH. I think it's a tough one to trade. That's what I think. Maybe we're going to see VWAP get hit again at $6. But for now, I'll take my $38 and just kind of let it be. I definitely got out a little bit too early, so we would have had our ideal exit get executed on this one. Could have made a profit, but I don't know. I really hope tomorrow, guys, we're going to have a little bit cleaner of a day. Today, like I said before, buying MEDS, our lead gapper out of the gates would have been the ticket. Would have worked very, very well. We had just another bounce here at 7.6. Again, that could have been a good trade, about a 10% bounce. So we weren't totally wrong on MEDS. I never got aggressive on it, and I think that was a big mistake. Right here, the first 15 minutes, that's the best time to be trading. 40% run. A move like that, that's what you want to wait for. Looking at something like HOTH, it just causes so much stress. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm interested to see in the recap, you know, is this going to be selling off? Is it going to be below $5? Is it going to go above $7? Is this going to break to new highs? Based on the former moves from HOTH, it looks like it's a 1 day trick pony. Some of these days it's a little bit better, but here we have a 2 day. Here it's just 1 day. Here it's a big 1 day and sells off. So I don't know. For now, though, we have the 180-day moving average right below, and we have some big resistance at 4.8, maybe a little right under $5. And that's where I was trying to dip buy it originally in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to be out of HOTH. Yeah. I don't even want to trade it again. If it really sells off today, breaks $5 and starts pulling towards 4, I wouldn't be surprised if I traded it again, but just so choppy. The only thing we did right on it was buying it on the dips. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up with that one. It was good fun today, a little slow. Not a lot of follow through, but interesting open. And I think if we have more opens like this, I want to get a little bit more aggressive, maybe play some limit orders at key areas. I feel like that works sometimes very well, even though it's not my favorite way to be trading, but sometimes in the market that we're in, it seems to do pretty well. I apologize if I was too negative on HOTH, but I try to talk myself out of getting into trades, and I think that's why I do it, because HOTH is a classic stock where I make a lot of mistakes on. So I was like, I don't want to trade this. I don't want to trade this. But you guys, you know, you got to know why you want to do a trade. And I try to help where I can, but it's tough. You know, I'm still learning as well. But look, now HOTH is pulling back. You know, we would have been red on this trade if I held a little bit longer. All right, guys. Later, Paul. Small position on BMRA from Keith. Go, baby, go. Interesting setup. Just watch out with that body close in this area. We had one close here from here to here, and we had an open here and pulled back. So seems like 10.5 could be some big resistance. Just keep an eye on for that. And we're on the back side of a move. This is the front side. This is the back side. All right, guys. See you later, Heiko. I'm gonna wrap up as well. I don't know. Maybe I'll trade space later today if it pulls back a lot. But other than that, I don't know. Not really my kind of day. So Satoshi getting my butt kicked today. I feel you, man. I feel you. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up there. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you for the recap, and I'll see you again first thing tomorrow morning. Good fun trading like always. I appreciate every like you guys give me. And if you're totally new here, want to learn more about trading, definitely consider subscribing. I would love to see you again on the stream. Yeah, so guys, till tomorrow then, until this afternoon, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.